My name's Jim. I'm with CGC Sports Illustrated, and I do unboxing videos of graded magazines. And if you've seen these videos and this is the kind of thing you like, you should go and hit that subscribe button here on YouTube, because I release one a week, or at least I try to, and I get that done almost every week, and I release them on Mondays. So, and maybe set your notifications on YouTube so you know when they drop and you can, find them and that sort of stuff. So 10 slabs in this box, all modern. Number of first covers, some issues in here that I've never owned before, which with as many as I've gotten graded, it's still hard to believe that there are issues out there that I've never owned before. But I got some of those. Make sure these are facing the right way. Yep. Okay. Number of first covers, some really cool fun stuff. You know there's a Jordan issue in here. Let's not waste any time and dig right in. Yeah, it's about what I projected on this one. I knew this issue had a lot of problems, but it's still a great issue and a really tough one to find. This is Larry Bird's second Sports Illustrated cover. It came out on March 26th, 1979. There's one 9.6. Amazing. 3 8.0s. So think about that. There's one copy graded above 8.0. That's how tough this is to get in a high grade. There are two 7.5s. I had projected this at 5.5, and you can see right there it's a 5.0. I've been missing most of my projections. I've usually been within my window of plus or minus one tier, but I've usually been over projecting by about one tier. Tough cover, only one graded above 8.0. Super low pops. That's why I love this hobby. Vintage newsstand issues are impossible to find and just uber rare. Great cover there by Larry Bird. All right. Next up. Now we're looking at more modern here. Yeah. There's another one that I missed the projection. Again, one grading tier too high. I projected this at 9.0. You can see that as an 8.5. Derek Jeter, first Sports Illustrated cover. Came out on October 21st, 1996. There are only two 9.8s. Why is that? Well, a couple of things here. Dark ink all along the top and along the corner there, but you can't see it. This has got a goofy fold out. So there's it folds out. It's got the gate fold, and I've talked about this before. That black strip is page 3. So it folds out, but it's like a half fold out. So it always puts a line right down the middle. So almost impossible to get this at a 9.8. Very condition sensitive. Jeter's stats. 14-time All-Star, 5-time World Series winner, Hall of Fame in 2020. Never a regular season MVP. He was a World Series MVP, but I always found that interesting about Jeter. Never a regular season MVP. Next up, which playing for the Yankees? I mean, everybody's biased. The media and the people that vote on MVP are generally biased toward the big markets, and especially a team like the Yankees. So really shocking that Jeter never won MVP. Next up. Oh, well, that's a disappointment. That's a bummer. Mookie Betts, first Sports Illustrated cover, March 27th, 2017. This is a 1 of 3 variant cover. Finally got the labeling where it says first Mookie Betts cover. They have been breaking out the variant lately. Red Sox variant right there. Actually, I take that back. This is the first copy that they've finally broken out the variants on. So I've looked at the pop reports, and all 3 regional variants are jumbled together. And if you look under the Red Sox variant, there's one issue. And it's this one at 8.5. So projected this at a 9.0. So again, missed it toward the downside. I own several copies of this at 9.8, but it was before they did the variant breakout. So maybe I'd get those reholdered. I wonder if they do that. That's actually a great question. If you've got a variant that was graded before they broke the variant out and you reholder it, will they give you the variant and then move that copy over to the variant section in the census? Sounds like Uncle Jim has got a call to CGC support in his future to see what would happen with that. Okay. Not looking, but the packing slip's on the front of that one. Okay, next up. Missed this one to the low side too. Projected this at 9.2. You know I love this cover. It's been in a lot of my unboxing videos. I think it's a top 3 Tiger Woods cover. Maybe not in collectability, although I think it probably is in collectability, but from a visual standpoint, easily in the top 3. This is Tiger on the 18th tee box at Augusta. You've got him there in the middle of his backswing. He's wearing his Sunday red. This issue came out on April 16th, 2001. So this was taken at the 2001 Masters. You can see the flag just a little bit behind the sand trap there. You got the crowd lining the fairway. Just a beautiful looking cover. They're 12 9.8s. I own 2 of those. They're 8 9.6s. They're 13 9.4s. Projected this at 9.2. Freaking amazing. He's Tiger. 9.0 masterpiece. All right. His grades have been a little soft. I get it, CGC. Let's get the junk out of the way first. Now let's move into the meat and potatoes and the real deal and what we're talking about here. We're talking about some high grades and maybe even some 9.8s. That is not a 9.8. But it is right on with my projection. So this is Christian Pulisic, U.S. men's national team, soccer star, Christian Pulisic. This is his first Sports Illustrated cover. Says first Christian Pulisic cover. Also shows the variant. USMNT, U.S. men's national team cover. So this issue came out in December 2022 during the 2022 World Cup. You know, Christian Pulisic in his first cover, he's kind of the face and the future of U.S. international men's soccer. Beautiful looking cover. Let's go through the pop reports on this. There is one 9.8. There's a 9.0. There's some others graded. I do have this. It did nail my projection. I projected it at 9.0. But as soccer continues to be much more popular than it ever has been, especially with collectors. All right. 9.0, hit the projection, not bad. Next up. Missed this one by a mile. Chicago Fire, Michael Jordan. This came out on June 3rd, 1996. CGC census was all jacked up when I was doing my homework for this video, so they had only listed the subscription issues for this issue. There were no newsstand issues listed in the census, but I know there's at least a couple 9.8s because I own 2 of them at 9.8. I projected this at 9.0, so blew my projection completely on this with an 8.0 Jordan Chicago Fire. All right, need to turn this box around, get it moving in the right direction. Oh, that's pretty good. That's pretty good right there. What you're looking at here is Mike Tyson and King Mike. Came out on August 10th, 1987. There is a 9.6. There are 2 9.4s. I own one of those 9.4s. There's a 9.2. I projected this at 8.0, so nailed my projection on this. This is Mike's 3rd Sports Illustrated cover, and what's great about this cover, he had just beaten Tony Tucker. That's the guy who's getting his clock cleaned there by Tyson on the cover. He had just beaten Tony Tucker to unite all 3 belts, the WBA, the WBC, and the IBF. So this is a significant and highly collectible Tyson issue because this is the first cover with him as the undisputed heavyweight champion, having all 3 of those heavyweight belts. I'm a massive Mike Tyson fan. When I was a kid, I bought all the pay-per-views. I don't care if he knocked somebody out in 60 seconds. I freaking loved every minute of it. Let's check out some Tyson highlights.
Man in the ring has got his work cut out with Mike Tyson. Oh, the right hand! I doubt if he'll be able to get up from this. He hit him flush on the jaw with the right hand. It's up to 6 and 7 and 8 and 9 and 10. It's all up long.
5 of 8 have fallen in the first. Is it 6 of 9 as Tyson comes out with a strong right-hand barrage again?
This is as bad as I've ever seen Donnie Long look, but give Tyson credit. That's it.
Quickly.
Uppercut, and Marvis is hurt.
Hey,
Let's keep moving because every shot. Oh,
uppercut landed inside, and Spinks went down.
And that is the first time Michael Spinks has ever been down in a professional fight.
And he's down again and in serious trouble. A right hand right on the chin.
6, 7, 8. He's not going to make it. It's all over.
I've said this before. I'm not going to sit here and say Mike Tyson was the greatest boxer of all time. You can make an argument for it, but I think people that are more boxing experts than I am would disagree with that statement. But I will stand by this statement. Mike Tyson was the most ferocious boxer of all time. Scared the hell out of people. And like he said, most of the time he won before he even walked into the ring and threw the first punch. And the greatest Mike Tyson quote of all time, everybody's got a plan till they get punched in the mouth. 8.0, Mike Tyson, King Mike. That's his third Sports Illustrated cover and his first as undisputed heavyweight champion. I still get chills when I watch those Tyson highlights and I hear Michael Buffer, the ring announcer, the undisputed, undefeated heavyweight champion of the world, Iron Mike Tyson. It's the greatest. So awesome. All right, next up. Blew my projection on this one, too. Man, what the hell was I thinking when I submitted these? Alex Rodriguez, first Sports Illustrated cover, July 8th, 1996. There is only one 9.8 in existence. That's it. Very condition sensitive. All that purple ink on the back, lots of dark red ink on the front. Gonna make it very condition sensitive. I was checking to see if it's a gatefold, but it's not. 5 9.6s, 3 9.4s. I projected this at 9.2, so totally blew that projection. This was Alex Rodriguez's second year on the Hall of Fame ballot. Year one, he got 34% of the vote. Year two, he got 35% of the vote. It is likely he is never going to get into the Hall of Fame, despite the fact he was a 14-time All-Star, 3-time MVP, 696 career home runs, puts him at 5th all-time. But he had his PED issues, and man, let me tell you, the sports writers who vote on the Baseball Hall of Fame are some of the most miserable human beings on the face of the earth, and extraordinarily elitist and just awful. And they've kept all the steroid guys out of it, whether they were proven and caught or banned with steroids or not. If you had a whiff of steroids, for the most part, except for a couple of guys on the Red Sox who were rumored to have been using and still got in, but for the most part, most of the steroid guys are out. They're keeping Pete Rose out. Just doesn't seem to make sense for them to just block all those people from making it into the Hall of Fame. All right, get down off my high horse about Hall of Fame voting. I hate the Baseball Hall of Fame voting. It is the worst. Okay, moving on. Next up. I got 2 left, and that's it. Man, this has been a tough box, but I love this issue. 2000 Subway Series Derek Jeter. They are breaking this out because it's a variant, so let's talk about this. October 23rd, 2000. There are 5 9.6s of this variant. It says Yankees edition right there. There are 2 9.4s. There are now 2 9.2s. I projected this at a 9.4. I own one of those 9.6s. The only Mets versus Yankees World Series happened in 2000. They called it the Subway Series. Sports Illustrated produced 3 different covers that week. I'm trying to think. I think Rich Gannon was on the main cover that was distributed to 95% of the country. But in the New York metro area, they produced 2 variant covers. This one with Jeter on the cover, another one with Mike Piazza in his Mets uniform on the cover. Very cool. I own both the Piazza and the Jeter, both of them in a 9.6. I think this is just one of the coolest variants, and very, very rare to find in newsstand and tough to get. Yankees went on to win that World Series 4-2, and this guy right here was the MVP of that World Series. Fun unboxing video. Oh no, I still got one left. I almost wrapped it up early. That would have been a crime. I would have been pissed off. If I had looked in that, if I had wrapped up this video and then looked at that box and saw one more slab in there, I would have been ticked off. All right, what do we got? That's about what I thought. Magic Johnson, this is Magic Inc., December 3rd, 1990. There is a 9.0. That's kind of what I was hoping I could get and tie. The highest graded copy. There's one 8.5. There's a 6.5. I projected it at 8.5. Magic Johnson was on about 24 Sports Illustrated covers, depending on how you count them all. This is his 16th cover there at 8.5. Interestingly enough, that Magic Inc., and this talks about all his business dealings, and this is way back in 1990, and Magic's business dealings have never been higher. He is part of the consortium that just purchased the Washington Commanders, formerly Washington Redskins, of the NFL from Dan Snyder. Magic, part of that ownership group, and he'll make a fortune on that whenever he sells it. Fun unboxing video. Not the grades I was looking for, but a ton of fun covers and good stories in there. Really appreciate you watching, and we'll do it again soon. Thanks so much.